All right. Hi. Yeah. Hi. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Outside the Cinema. Your hosts, Bill and Chris.
Yep.
All out of sorts, recording on a different day because I was away this weekend and I don't feel great.
Yeah.
Came home with a nice little sore throat from screaming at Oasis on Sunday or on Monday. When I go Monday? Yeah, today's Wednesday. Okay, yeah, we went to Oasis on Monday in Toronto.
Stop fighting! Stop fighting your brothers!
Dude, I've been in Oasis
I'm
has
just kidding.
been my favorite band forever, right, man?
I know, yeah.
Like, it sounds so cheesy and so stupid, but they've never looked happier.
Good.
Like,
no, that's actually good because
no back and forth banter between the two of them. They both look like they're genuinely happy to be there.
Okay.
I don't know, the $50 million might have something to do with it too, but like,
I mean, I'd be happy about that too. Yeah.
I mean, most people that have that type of money would be. And people that don't have that type of money would also probably be pretty happy about getting it too. So,
well, yeah.
But either way, I am run down and I'm tired and I've got another fucking weekend of doing cool shit that I'm just like so tired. Like, so we're going to Nine Inch Nails on Friday. And then first thing Saturday morning, we're in our car to New York and we're going to go to the New Jersey Oasis show. So holiday weekend in New York City and it's the last Oasis show.
Oh,
for me, at least. Yeah, for me, at least. Okay. I had an opportunity to buy tickets for Chicago and just was like, I can't spend any more money. Like,
I get it.
This has been a, what you would call an expensive summer because of all this stuff. And it was kind of one of those things where Mel and I were like, well, you know, we only live once. This might be the only opportunity. Let's make the most of it.
Yeah.
And we are. And we're going to pay for it for the next 5 years probably. So. But that's what's going on with me. So if I'm a little hoarse and I don't have quite the energy that I normally do, there's the disclaimer. But what about you, Chris? What's going on, bud?
Not much. Everything's going really good at work because I'm medicated and everything's good. This is an interesting fact. We're coming up on 3 years I've been there now since, not counting the 10 years I was there. But not once have I needed any kind of disciplinary action. Like,
interesting.
Stop coming in late. Don't say that to those people. Stop shitting in the lobby. Whatever it is, But no, mostly it's like, why didn't you get this thing done? It's like, well, because you told me 6 other things to do, and would you? No, don't make it my fault. Okay, fucking fine. And that was my old boss. Anyway, because I was unmedicated, I was late all the time. I had it was a mess. And now that I'm medicated, like, people depend on me, which is scary. Don't depend on me. But no, seriously.
I know what you mean.
So that realization was really weird to come to, that everybody in my department gets along with me and I get along with them. So that's
good.
Nice.
Oh, that's good.
The thing that's pissing me off, though.
Oh, here we go. Sorry.
Yeah, no, this is actually really bugging me, and it's something that I'm doing for fun. I'm not trying to compete on any kind of level, but I like Marvel Rivals. I can't get that out. I like Marvel Rivals. It's a fun game, but the ranked matchmaking is fucked. Okay, so just a real quick breakdown here. They have seasons where they introduce new maps, new characters, all that, different storylines, and I don't give a shit. I'm shooting people. I don't want to know, but I don't care about story. But every time the season resets, your overall rank gets dropped back down.
Okay.
But I'm looking through the people, like when we get held at the checkpoint and we can't move because it feels like there's 12 people on their team instead of 6 and they're all the fucking Hulk. I look back through their history, and we got like diamond level, grand champion, and I'm on like rock 3, and they're matching them based off of this season's ranking, not their overall skill ranking.
Oh.
So I'm getting put in there with people that probably play competitively, like for real, because you don't get to grand fucking master fucking around, My daughter is a gold 1, which is 6 fucking ranks higher than me, and she plays less than I do. I had her watch what I do, And she's like, you're actually not that bad. You should be higher. I'm like, I fucking know that. But across the internet, it's everybody is complaining about how matchmaking is done. I started taking screenshots of the other players' ranks just so I can like see them instead of having to go back and forth through character, select this menu, do that shit. It's just frustrating. I play one game, I win. I play two more, I lose. I drop back down to bronze 2, and then I stop playing because fuck you. My overall win-loss ratio in quick match, which is the casual just jump in and play, is about 52 wins to 48 losses, like average percentage wise. Mm-hmm. In ranked, I have a 32% win rate.
Ooh.
How does that compare? How does that shouldn't. I should have the same win rate. Statistically,
math is gonna math.
I should have won more rounds. I don't get it. It's we played one game. Nova was watching me, and the first round, it felt like the team were actual superheroes beating the shit out of babies, right? And then the next 2 rounds, it's like they just put their controllers down and went and made hot dogs. Like, I don't understand. It felt different. It actually felt lighter to play that second round. So that's annoying, and I hope they fix it.
All right, fair.
But that's really been bugging me. And it's nice that, I'm not going to complain about anything else that's going on because I'll never stop. So I'm going to complain about Marvel Rivals.
That's fair.
And
probably smart.
Not a single person that's related to me has liked or bought anything from my store.
Interesting.
You, Frank, Scott, and 2 other people that I don't know if they care to be mentioned, so I won't. They've all bought stuff from here, from the show. This is the biggest advertising money I'm getting back. It is difficult to get it started. We're kind of scattered. I'm working a full-time job. The kids just went back to school. Nova just got hired someplace. That's her first job. She's starting Friday. It's just all kinds of stuff going on, and things fall to the side. Like, we still have the stuff. It's still available. We got new designs. We put up my my little devil dudes dressed up as their favorite characters from Childhood's End because Childhood's End was released in 1953 this month. So I figured, why not? I like that. That's one of my favorite stories. Is very influential on my thinking of the universe and stuff like that. So it's Rashavaric, Karelin, he's got a long name. I can't pronounce it. And Vindarton are them. And they're just basically, they were just dudes that I made into cyborg type demon guys and then added a couple of quote unquote LEDs. So the costumes that they're dressed up as the overlords from Childhood's End, but since they traditionally looked like how the overlords looked, they took it in a new direction. It's just kind of a nod to one of my favorite books. So, that's at spectopiaarts.com. We're going to have more stuff coming up. This week we're going to put out wave 3 of Ghosts and Cryptids and shit.
Cool. The stuff's dope. The designs are dope.
Thank you. I really like it when people in creative areas like my stuff. There's one person that's following us on Spectopia_arts on Instagram. That's a tattoo artist, and that's saying my designs are really good. That's a high compliment for me, and I really appreciate that. And it embarrasses me, and I love it. So thank you.
Cool, dude.
And
all right. Well,
also, one quick thing. Everybody that listens that has followed the Spectopia Arts Facebook group that I sent out a mass invite to everybody because fuck it, this is the one time, right? I'm gonna shoot my shot here. And out of the 500, almost 600 people on my thing so far, and I don't think this is a bad number, like almost 80 people decided to follow the page. I consider that pretty good for me. I don't know.
For someone like me, like I don't think I've followed it yet because I just don't really use Facebook anymore.
Right.
You sent me an invite, you said, though? All right, let's see here.
If you're in my friends list, it's there somewhere. It was like a week ago, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
that's fine.
Dude, I use Facebook yeah, there it is right there. 3 days ago.
Oh, it's 3 days. Shit.
81 then. There you go.
Nice. Thank you.
None of them are related to me. That was 100%. I just don't use Facebook very much anymore.
No, I don't either. I'm like, can we sell stuff through Instagram with those, like, you know how it is, like, buy now and the little box underneath it. I'm like, I want to do that. And you need a Facebook business account. You need a Instagram business account. You got to jump through all these hoops. So that's why we have the Facebook one. But I mean, why not have it? We're working on the story that goes behind all of the guys, and I think we're getting somewhere, and working on a website, and it's a lot. It's a lot of stuff to start this up.
Dude, business sucks.
Yeah.
As a guy who runs a single person LLC, trust business sucks. Business sucks.
Oh, and to get an LLC, with people, that's a fun amount.
You're not even ankle deep yet. Don't worry, you'll get there.
No, but I do know how much an LLC costs to get, and like we're not there.
Well, yeah, and it's the thing. The thing with it is, it's like it's upfront, but then you don't realize that it's every year. Like you have to.
I didn't even know that.
Re-up your stuff, and like it's a fucking nightmare, and like so. Where was I going with that? Oh, so I mean, like, so for someone like me, it's me, and Kyle is as much of it as I am, but all the business stuff is in my name because it's just easier to do a single person LLC and then pay out whatever you need to pay out. But like, so that means I'm in the weeds with all like contracting and stuff. And one of the things I'll mention here is we're going to have an announcement very soon on the release of Don't Forget to Leave. We have a distribution deal inked, signed. I can't talk about it at all.
Right.
But there will be a release coming this fall, streaming and physical.
Very nice.
I just, oh, cool. I just got balloons for some reason. So weird. Yeah, so I have information that I can't share. I'm not allowed to share it yet because I have not been given the everything is set in stone. Mm-hmm. Go. But getting back to the thing with it's like, so like I have to deal with all the financial side of it, and like everything's in my name. So it's like I can't lean on somebody else to do it unless I wanted to like pay a financial person. Yeah. But since we don't make any money really. Like there's no money to pay that person. That would be a
problem. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, yes, could I hire you to do this, and can you defer for 18 months until we receive our first payment based on maybe 4 or 5 people watch it? Like,
yeah. Hey, depending on how good a job you do, man, that'll mean if you get paid or not. So
right, exactly.
Get to it.
And if there's enough left over for me afterwards.
Right.
And by enough, I mean something.
Anything. Yeah.
All right, let's get.
Yeah.
I also I'm gonna have a mini doc coming out soon too. I think I want to say it's this week. I just I was away all weekend, so I made a mini doc for a band called Elsewhere, which is a band from Boston here. I actually shot it probably 3 years ago, and they've just been not sitting on it, but they didn't know what to do with it. So I guess it's coming out now. Yeah. So it's coming out now. I'll send a link out when it comes out. But it's a cool, just little kind of like the Rebuilder thing we did, where it's like a little behind the scenes with the band, some live performances from one of their shows, and just like kind of them talking about what they do and stuff. So I'll keep you guys in the loop on that.
What genre do they fall in?
They are. He calls himself like a proggy power pop alterna trio. Okay. They really love the Police.
Oh,
they really love the Police, and they love stuff like Rush and stuff like that. So.
All right. And the name of the band for everybody that didn't remember it, not me, everybody else, is what?
Elsewhere is the name of the band. I did a music video for them, and I've done a lot of like their promotional stuff. They're one of my like regular clients that I work with fairly regularly. Whenever they get something going on, I get the phone call. So that's coming out soon. They got a new single coming out this fall too, I think.
There's 3 bands named Elsewhere on Spotify.
Yeah, they are
There's one with a street sign and one with what looks like yellow hair.
Is it
Kinda
like a face?
a Police album?
That's probably them then.
Don't You Believe Me, Baby? Call You
Yep.
Out.
Yep, that's
1981. Okay, good. I'll follow them so I can listen to them later today.
Yeah,
They have hair
if
like
you're
the
into,
Police.
Yeah, if you're into like that style of like 80s, like mixed with some alternative and like with a little bit of prog to it, but not a lot. They're not like super proggy or anything like that. They're not like a Dream Theater or anything
It sounds like right up my alley. Nice.
Yeah, and they're dudes. They're older dudes that are like, like my age and older. So like they've been around. They do it because they love it. And yeah, check it out. Check it out. So all right, let's. So the show this week, we're gonna kind of dance through this a little bit. We got two films. We got a film called Death Screams, and then we're doing an anime called Redline. Yeah, I watched it before I left for Canada, so I don't remember anything about it. I'm gonna have to look it up momentarily to jog my memory. But what I do remember was, as I was watching it, I was like, this film offers nothing. It offers nothing. Let's see if I can get a trailer up for it. And then Scott and Joe will be by later in the show. The huge. Oh, guess what's not connected?
Well, it's because you went away. It's
true. It's true. It's true. What the hell's the movie called? Death Screams?
Maybe.
Death Screams 1982 trailer. All right. We got a few here. Like we got a TV spot. Let's play that first.
Okay.
Lily, Ramona, Kathy live for kicks, but someone's killing for kicks. You will feel their terror. You will see their horror. Death Screams. Rated R.
Death Screams rated R. That's a good little TV trailer.
Yeah, it's not bad.
That looks like the same thing. These all look like it's just like a 31. Yeah, I don't see any here. All right, we'll go with that. Death Screams. All right, let me get the Mike's mic is way too far away from me. All right, Death Screams 1982, released in the early 80s slasher craze. This is available to watch on Tubi also, if you would like to watch it on Tubi. And I had not heard of this before. It looks like one that Arrow, I think, kind of like drummed up from the depths, if you will.
Okay. Like that Hanna-Barbera Godzilla cartoon.
Kind of, yeah. Yeah, kind of. So this was directed by David Nelson, who was he's also an actor. He's in a bunch of stuff. Like he acted in a bunch of stuff. He was in like Up in Smoke and like Crybaby and some other stuff. His filmography in terms of directing, though, is not really very robust. He did a couple music videos. He did Death Screams. He did a bunch of 70s TV, like Ozzie and Harriet and Adam 12.
Adam 12, I watched that, yeah.
Adam 12, yeah.
Fucking old.
Looks like he directed a video for Debrat in 1997.
Interesting.
And he passed away in 2011.
Oh.
He's got a movie here called Last Plane Out with Jean-Michael Vincent.
Oh, okay.
So, okay.
That's not so bad. It's not Dean Cain, so that's all right.
Isn't Jean-Michael Vincent the Dean Cain of his time, though?
No, I don't think Jean-Michael Vincent joined ICE.
I mean, he's probably a Trump supporter now.
Let me find out.
That's fair.
Maybe
anyway,
that's why Rick and Morty were making fun of him.
Maybe. Death Screams 1982, starring Susan Krager, Martin Tucker, William Hicks, Jennifer Chase, Jodie Kay.
Oh, no. He cannot be a Trump supporter.
Oh, because he passed away a few years ago.
Yeah, he's dead.
Yeah, he passed away a few
in
years
2019.
ago.
Yeah, so
can't even blame
he's
COVID.
Clear. He's all right. He's clear.
All right. Anyway, directed by David Nelson, directed by Paul C. Elliott, who worked on some stuff with Dolly Parton, but doesn't really have a ton of credit. So Death Screams is like a very simple slasher film. Takes place in a small North Carolina town. You got your group of friends, as you do in these movies. There's a bunch of them. Most of them are faceless and nameless in terms of what their matter is. Even the main characters are kind of faceless and nameless.
Yeah.
There's apparently a killer about. We learned that because in the opening, 2 people get killed.
Yep.
And then we don't see him for about 40 minutes.
That's true.
So you get that obligatory death scene at the beginning, like pretty much every slasher, which sets the scene, and then you go like into this like slow-paced, small-town life. Like the guys are helping coach the baseball team, and the hot girl that's going away to college helps coach the softball team. So they all work together, but one of them's got the hots for the other, but's too afraid to say something. And then there's going to be and then there's going to be a big carnival. And they all got to go to the carnival. And then after the carnival, they're going to go out and they're going to have a bonfire. And we know how this ends. So
somebody gets thrown in the bonfire?
No, actually, that would have probably been better. But yeah, this is a slasher movie.
I've been to are apparently very different.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
The issue... Okay, so the biggest issue with this movie... is in the fact that it's trying to be Halloween, but not actually using any of the things that made Halloween a good film.
Yeah.
Like, the killer, nameless, faceless, not even like a cool mask or like a cool, like we see the machete, but like there's not like... Slashers, you've got to have a cool stalking killer of some sort, whether it's your Jason Voorhees or it's your Freddy Krueger or hell, even like, like Terror Train, like the guy's got the mask and like Michael Myers has got the mask and like there's something to give you like a draw to the killer. And even in modern slashers, it's like that too. So
yeah, it's more, this feels more like how the Italian murder mysteries, the giallos would go. You have your unknown. You don't see their face. There's nothing really memorable about a fedora and a trench coat. That's not like Freddy Krueger's
but at least it's something.
Silhouette or anything. I know.
At least it's something. This guy's got nothing.
I know. I'm trying. There was one thing in this that I noticed from a filmmaking perspective that I thought was really interesting. The bodies are flowing down the river, and they cut to these bodies a couple of times just to remind you, there's a maniac in the woods. Remember, it's not a Meatballs love story going on over here.
Right.
And there's, first of all the trees have no leaves except for the evergreens, obviously. So it's cold. It's got to be cold, right? And they made these two people float down this river, some really like harrowing rocky passages too, but. For the one scene where they come floating toward the camera, I think they shot that first and they drifted apart and they left the frame before they hit their mark, which I don't know how you do floating helplessly in a river. But on the scene that was used in the movie, the guy's floating face down, which, fuck that. But the girl's on her back and she has her ankle hooked over the back of his knee, and they're connected, so they float together in that triangle shape, that angle, and it fits the frame really well. It's a really nice shot for what is basically a weekend-made movie almost. Yeah. That was really well planned.
Yeah, that looked good. But like,
I don't know why I focus in on that little stuff.
Well, because there's really not much offered. Like, there's really not a lot of special effects. They're very minor. Most of the kills don't even happen on screen. They happen off screen. You don't even see them. So it's like you're making a slasher movie, but you're not even going to show us the kills. So like, there's no inventive kills. Nothing is like interesting or exciting, or even like, oh, they stole that from such and such. It's just like this. All you see is this arm, and you see the machete, and that's all you see.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Wow. I remember.
So they're trying after you.
Oh, I was just going to say, I remember it being a little more intense than that, or I built it up in my head, I guess.
Well, they saved everything for the conclusion. So you might be just remembering the fact that the end of the movie had a little bit more going on than the rest of it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But this film makes like those cardinal sins that bad slashers make, where you have too many characters, so it doesn't explain really who anyone is. Uninventive deaths, which is really that's the nail in the coffin for a slasher movie. If your deaths aren't memorable, like, your film is utterly forgettable then.
Even if you have one death that's memorable, like, everybody hates Jason X, but the liquid nitrogen in the sink face shot up from the bottom of the sink. That makes everybody's kill list. So
Yeah, oh no, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
yeah,
It's great.
yeah.
Isn't that the one too where he's they have the holograms or whatever in the he's
Oh yeah.
banging
That is awesome. I love it. It's so mean. It's so
it's great.
evil. Yeah.
So, there's nothing this film offers that you haven't seen before done better. Like, I hate to kind
Now,
of
let
just,
me
like,
ask you.
shit on it, but
You said this was 81, right? Is that what I'm remembering?
82.
Okay. Never mind then. That's too far after Friday the 13th for them to not have been influenced by it. I was thinking, like, if it was 81, they were making it or 80, they were making it as Friday came out, because it's a camp, so that's what I go with immediately, you know. But no, it's been long enough where they could have watched it like 3 or 4 times.
Right.
Easily.
Yeah, and the issue is it's just all super forgettable. And then they do the like info dump in like the last like 5 minutes of the movie, where like it's, if you're paying any attention, it's not hard to figure out who the killer is, because it's one of those like process of elimination. You're like, well, this is the person that's left, or like but and then like they explain the motivation in a flashback scene after the reveal. So it's kind of like, oh shit, we didn't give this guy a reason to do this. We need to film something why he's the killer, because
let's get everybody back here for 2 days.
Right, you could figure it out. Well, no, they didn't even have to get anybody back, because the flashback was when he was a child.
Oh shit, yeah.
So you didn't even have any of the same actors you had to bring back.
Yeah, no, I don't know what I'm talking
Excuse
about.
me. But yeah, so it's like, there's the reveal, and you're like, well, yeah, he's the killer because it's the only one that makes sense. But also, why did he do it? Oh, no, you're going to show me why now. So we don't know what the motivation is until after you tell us.
Yeah. Sorry, I got to yawn.
It's okay. The only other interesting thing that I could find about this movie was actor Susan Krieger, who also had a role. She was in Hots, and she was in Galaxina, but she is probably best known as being a Playmate of the Year, who then had that honor removed because she had starred in an adult film. All prior to this being made, too, by the way. So
that sounds like taking a soldier's medal away because he shot somebody in a war.
The funny thing about Playboy and its multitude of issues when you start to do some research was how they peddled like a nude magazine, but also we're like, we don't want our women to be like porno stars. We want them to be like beautiful. It's like, because a porno star couldn't be beautiful. I mean,
right.
But they're like, that's not our scene. It's like, yeah, it is. It's totally your scene, dude.
Is. Yeah.
Anyway, there's a really good documentary series you can watch about Playboy. I think it's either on Hulu or it's on. I think it's on Hulu, but it might be on HBO Max. But that's kind of like Secrets of Playboy. I think it was an A&E series, so yeah, that would be Hulu.
Okay.
But it's really good.
The only thing. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying it's really good, and it's definitely worth watching, and it really exposes the dark side of the whole Playboy world.
Yeah. The only thing I actually like about Hugh Hefner is that he's on record saying, when I found out he was a pedophile, I banned Trump from the mansion. Good.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of integrity.
No. Not if you watch Secrets of Playboy on A&E.
Hey, I haven't, so I'm free to say that right now. I like Larry Flint more than Hugh Hefner anyway.
Well, Larry Flint was Larry Flint. There was no
outspoken.
Yeah, Hefner did a really good job of hiding who he really was and what he was really into. Like, if you watch that series,
I don't want to watch it.
No, it's really well done, though. It's really well done.
Okay, I might.
Anyway.
I'm just, yeah.
Anyway,
that was way off topic.
Let's grade this turd.
That's all right.
I almost called you Travis. Chris,
that's all right.
Do you recommend, and what is your grade for Death Screams?
No, I'm not going to recommend it, but I am going to say that I didn't hate it. Maybe because I kept waiting for it to get good or something to happen. I don't know. But this wasn't terrible. It reminded me a lot of the one with the silly punk rock band in the abandoned mental institute.
Oh,
with the guy from the car accident. Nightmare Asylum?
something like that. Yeah, maybe Nightmare Asylum.
It reminded me of that. Just a bunch of people that have an idea and they're gonna put it on camera, and they might not have the talent, but they're gonna try. I think the sincerity and the attempt by the actors was genuine. I think they really tried. And again, that's, I watched a few scenes of Weasels Rip My Flesh again the other day, right? One that I say is the worst movie I've ever seen. It's not. It was made by kids, so now my whole opinion of that is different. But this was made by adults, so I'm going to give it a C-.
All right, you're being a little kinder than I was. I'm not recommending
Yeah,
it.
because it didn't piss me off. It didn't feel like they were trying to rip on something. It felt like, hey, I got an idea and we can use this campsite. It didn't feel like we're going to set this in a camp and we're going to, I don't know. That's just a feeling I got from it.
That's fair, and you're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah,
it's
I'm
just,
not right either, but
right. But for me, I kept waiting for something to happen, and I kept waiting for it to become more interesting. And if your killer isn't interesting in a slasher film, you failed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the thing. It's the cardinal sin you can't break. Like, if All Outs fails, have an interesting killer.
yeah,
And they
can't
didn't.
kill for a boring reason.
I mean, the reason was fine when they gave it, but his presentation was just so bleh.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I can't give it anything higher than like a D+ because there really isn't anything inherently bad or wrong. I mean, we know it's cheap, but it's not like, you know what I mean? It just needs more. It just needs.
It's not bottom of the barrel, but it's not middle of the barrel either.
Right. The music is terrible. The score is terrible.
Oh, I don't remember that at all.
Exactly. Exactly. All right, let's move on. 2009. This is me throwing Chris a bone this week. This is one I've actually held on to for a little while. Redline, 2009. Anime, directed by, make sure I get it right, Takashi Kiyoki, who also directed, if I am not mistaken, some of the Animatrix stuff. He was an animator on Ninja Scroll. He worked on Vampire Hunter D Bloodlust.
Shit, that makes the style. I can see it. Yeah.
Yeah. And he also did a lot of direction work on the Lupin the Third series that came in the later 2000s, like the 2019 one.
Yep, I can see that.
He definitely has worked. He's an anime guy through and through. Has worked on a bunch of stuff. I do have a trailer for Redline. This is also available to watch on Tubi.
For all the ways you lie.
That's a commercial.
Yeah, but you caught it early, so.
Yeah, that's what I get for hitting the button twice. And accidentally going ahead when I shouldn't have, because then they're like, oh, you watch something, now you have to pay the price.
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
From the director of Animatrix World Record and the studio that brought you Summer Wars, Ninja Scroll, and Paprika, comes one of the most exciting and visually inventive films in years, Redline! Kimura, Yu Aoi, Tadanobu Asano. Redline.
All right, Redline. 2009. All right, Chris, I'm going to let you run lead on this because you have a better understanding and greater knowledge of Japanese animation than me. But this is one that was suggested to us when we covered, I think, Kite. And and I think we had talked about how we hadn't really seen a lot of the newer anime stuff. And this isn't new; it's 2009, but still, like, you and I live in that like late 90s, early 2000s world. And someone suggested this, and I apologize, I don't remember who. But so, Chris, why don't you tell me and everyone else story of Redline?
Okay, so the story of Redline is it's wacky racers. No, so basically, as this started, we start with a little alien kid and the father, and the little alien kid needs to be thrown out onto the tracks because they're annoying, but that's not the point. The point is they're setting up because the racers are coming, and they're coming by the one spot, the viewing spot. And that's when they introduce all of the people in the cars. And it is basically Speed Racer, Wacky Racers, Force 5, like Star Avengers, Guy King, Get a Robot, all of that, like spy tech racing stuff that we had back in the 70s and 80s when Bond was huge. That's the world this is based around. The cars have missiles and hidden vehicles inside them, and they're huge and they look like spaceships and boats at the same time, and everybody's unique, and I liked that. That was really nice. And it's all they never say, but at no point are we on Earth, I think, and I don't know if we even see a human being through the whole thing. The main character, one of the main characters, might be, but I don't remember.
I think he was.
No. He has pointed ears. He's a little. He's something else. But the woman, his we'll say crush,
his main squeeze.
Yeah, she might
his best
be human,
lady,
but I don't know. So yeah, this is basically a racer with nothing to lose and everything to win, going from the yellow line race, which would be a lower than, it's like right under Wimbledon or the Stanley Cup or all of that stuff. So he doesn't win. There's a really, really nice scene at the end that shows just how much he loses. Although I would argue that parts of my car cross the finish line before the whole car. So if part crosses, I win. But two people drop out of the race, and then he's bumped up to be able to compete in Redline. And people want that. People don't want that. There's a guy that's
we see that he was sabotaged. So
yeah, I forgot
friend.
about that. Yeah. Friend, quote unquote friend. Yeah, he owes money to like everybody, and there's a crime boss. And the beginning of this movie was very, very distracting for me because I kept saying, "Whose voice is that? I know that voice." So
did you watch the dub or did you watch the original language?
The dub.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, it was because I put it on Tubi and that's what came up. So I would have watched whichever one popped up.
Yeah, that's what I usually do.
So the goblin looking guy that is his like agent, manager, whatever, he had a very, very familiar voice and I could not place it and I was so fucking embarrassed afterward. So when I play Marvel Rivals and my team needs help, I'll switch from the tank that I'm on over to Doctor Strange and he opens a portal and we can all get to the checkpoint or whatever super fast, right? I've heard his voice a billion times now playing that game. The voice of this guy is fucking Doctor Strange. And I look at my daughter, Nova, and she's like, "Are you kidding me?" And then the rest of this cast, I'm like, who's that announcer? Why do I know that voice? Oh, fuck, it's Spike. It's fucking Shinji Ikari. Okay, great. So then at that point, I just started going through the names to be like, how many more people do I know in this? Most of them.
No, there you go. I didn't recognize any of them because everything you're saying right now sounds like foreign language to me.
I get it.
I'm not a big like cartoon guy anymore, or like even like we talked about Marvel. I was like, I haven't couldn't tell you the last time I touched a video game. I think I played Dredge for like 1 or 2 days earlier this year, and that's it.
Oh shit, yeah, that's one I want to keep trying. I keep seeing that's good. Yeah, so then it's a lot of personal intrigue and backstabbing and people not trusting people and fights, and they introduce the big main competitor, who really loves the band Machine Head, because that's his name. That was a band, right?
That's a band, yeah. Still currently is.
That's what I thought. Okay.
They put out a record this year. It's not half bad.
Oh, good. Even if I don't listen to music, I like it when people still succeed. That's cool. He is becoming more and more a part of his car, which is really interesting. And it's not really a car. It's like a war rig and a fucking spaceship thrown together. It's like a Mad Max amalgamation. And it's Death Race 2000 by way of Speed Racer. And I have zero problem with that. The art style is a little exaggerated, but if you go and look at extreme Japanese rockabilly, people have pompadours that big. It sticks off the front of his head like 1.5 feet, 2 feet. There is a guy on YouTube who you can see do up the whole thing and then go out, because my daughter asked me, she's like, why that big? I said, okay, everything in life is, you did that, I can do that too. But I can do it bigger or faster or more in a row or whatever. And that's how we get to where we are. And then I showed her the beginning of like floor exercises and gymnastics. And then we switch over to Simone Biles, and it's like an alien is jumping around with no gravity. And it's skateboarding too. Like, it used to be just carving along the sidewalk. Then it was just doing, nice loop surfing in a pool. And then a genius introduced the Ollie, which is like giving the music world an electric guitar. It just changed everything. And then a 360 was impossible, but then they did it. A McTwist was impossible, but then they did it. A 900 was impossible, and then they did it. 2 900s in a row are impossible, but then they did it. Like, we're, as humans, to do things, to get skill, we can be unstoppable as a race. If somebody says you can't do it, somebody is in the process of doing it right now.
Right.
And I like that.
True. So true.
So that has nothing to do. Well, actually, it does kind of, because the cars are so extreme. Yep. Right. We got our main guy in his Trans Am, and everybody else in their fucking Racer X cars that are like 600 feet long.
Yeah. The main thing that you hadn't mentioned that's kind of not bearing the point, but you have this. They're doing this race on a planet called Robo World.
Oh shit! Yeah, I didn't get to that yet. Yeah.
Although it's introduced right away, so if you want to get into it now, it would be perfect.
I did actually forget about that entire subplot.
It's the entire second half of the movie.
So I think that the Redline competition at this point in the movie is skewering the FIFA organization. Because Redline says, we're going to Robo World. And Robo's World says, the fuck you are. We will shoot you. And that's, to me, how I feel about the Olympics and FIFA. I think they say, we're going to go to this country and this city. And the country's like, oh, shit. That's it. Just knock the city down, because it's going to be a ghost town after.
Right. Well, it's funny because to tie this in to my trip to see Oasis in Toronto this weekend, they did it at Rogers Stadium, which is a stadium they built in about 15 minutes.
Oh,
about, like 7 or 8, like about 10 or 11 kilometers outside of downtown Toronto. So far enough out that it's a pain in the ass to get to.
Yeah.
But it's like they built it specifically for the World Cup next year, because the World Cup's going to be in North America next year. And they needed to have a stadium that seated a certain amount of people. And I think the baseball stadium was just a little bit below that. And their soccer stadium that their MLS team plays in is like much, much smaller. So they made it's like play school. It's like a play school My First Stadium set where they just set up bleachers. in the middle of this, like, I don't know, airfield. I don't know what it was, but like, it was the worst stadium I've ever been to.
Do you remember the layout the Olympics proposed for Boston and how far away some of the... There was going to be tennis matches in fucking Vermont. Yep. What's the point?
I mean, in defense, that does happen with the Olympics. And like, if you like, when they did them in Los Angeles, there was a lot of things that took place like significantly far away.
Los Angeles,
and even these last Olympics, the surf, for crying out loud, the surf. They had, where were the last Olympics? London? Was it London? No, Paris.
I don't know.
It was Paris last year. You know what you don't have anywhere in Paris? Surfing.
Oh yeah, I wonder why.
Surfing is an Olympic sport. So they did surfing in like Fiji.
Yeah, why don't they just do that? Send them to the best place to do their sport. Yeah.
I don't know, my friend. Sorry. Continue about the Overlord and how he's got a butt hair over him.
He's way too angry. Like, in general.
It's a good send-up, though, of like a dictator, I think.
Oh, it absolutely is. But like, I'm tired of that. I get enough of that every day.
I'm the leader of Robo World. I'm making it so that we keep peace and prosperity the thing here. If they come here, I'm going to kill them all.
Yep. The peacemaker mantra.
Yep.
I don't care how many
people. The only way to have peace is to murder everyone.
That's, the Ultron solution, right? So they have the race anyway. And there's a magical princess planet, and they're involved a little bit, and there's 2 racers from that planet. And I thought they had separate cars, but that was only for, like, the opening ceremonies or something. It was little spaceships.
Yeah. They were like pop stars, too.
Yeah. The vehicle design stuff, the quote-unquote special effects, but the ideas behind everything, I thought it was pretty original. Based off of, I'm not saying it's based off of, but Speed Racer is like,
yeah,
there's probably somebody on a Fast and Furious set wearing a Speed Racer t-shirt right now.
Most likely.
So, I'm not normally into cars. I like some cars, like old vintage Chargers and Challengers and stuff.
And they're with you. I'm not a car guy either.
But I like as soon as the first spaceship car drove past, I'm like, all right, this is for me. Okay, what do you got? Because it's basically it reminds me of all the old Roger Corman stuff, like the Battle Beyond the Stars, the Seven Samurai ripoff, all that, just that fun stuff. There are some heavy elements in this, but overall the racing, even though it's death racing, like, it's kind of tongue in cheek. It's a little cartoon. It is animated, but it's.
I know what you're saying. They're not
Warner
going for
Brothers cartoon violence, and because the plot is really can be summed up in like 6 sentences. I'm trying not to spoil the stuff that happens. Yeah. They do, however, I think give you a much better feeling of speed than, say, pod racing. This seems way faster.
Exactly what I thought too.
Yep. And exactly I'm going to give away the one thing that was my favorite part of the whole thing, because it just shows that the people doing it are thinking a little bit more than the last people we reviewed a movie from. There's this one guy who fires a missile off of his car, and he's going so fast, the missile stays next to his cockpit window for like 3 or 4 seconds. Until the thrust or afterburner or whatever, I don't know, it's a sci-fi missile. Once the super speed kicks in and it takes off, but it's like, yeah, there was a plane that was developed that flew so fast it shot itself with its own bullets.
Yeah.
So that's a thing. That's a thing. That was a problem in old bombers, is you dropped a bomb and the wings might catch it and fling it back up into your bomb bay doors and blow up your ship. I've seen actual real-life war footage where bombs hit other planes that they're not supposed to. So taking that little bit of physics into account, and it really, really nailed the speed for me. And I like that because it gave me a nice baseline of, okay, they're going about 1,000 miles an hour or whatever. That's fine. And they were all aliens, mostly. So they can handle the speed and whatever. And it just all sort of made sense as you're watching it. It's like none of it stuck out as like, well, wait, they're cyborgs. Why is it called Robo World? I don't give a shit because like there's cars shooting at each other. And that part really doesn't matter. I mean, Machine Head is more of a robot than the other guys, but whatever. There are so... It really feels like just the two races happened, but there's so much more going on in it.
Yeah, there is.
But it's not a heavily convoluted story.
No, it's not too dense. There's some things that pop up that I'm kind of like, wait a minute, where did this come from? Yeah, but it works. It works.
Yeah. The art style is that Fooly Cooley Dead Leaves inspired with a lot of black, which when they were using ink apparently and paint, black was not, you couldn't use that much black because everybody has black hair. So that's a lot of black. So that's why a lot of anime characters have different colored hair. I don't know if that's true or not. I just read that someplace.
I believe it.
But this one has a lot of black because it looks like it was computer colored at the very least. So they can do that. They can do the heavy shadows and the contrasts and everything. And it's a totally different viewing experience than Ninja. Oh, excuse me. Than Ninja Scroll. Because Ninja Scroll is more Akira, real life clothing, actions, physics, that kind of stuff. And this one isn't. So it's all hyper exaggerated. The lights are lighter, the darks are darker. Because it is a race good against bad, and good that used to be bad that's now good, and yeah. If I give any more of the plot away, nobody will want to watch it.
No, I think that's fine. I mean, I'm down to grade it now if we just want to grade it now.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, do you recommend and what is your grade for Redline?
All right, I am going to recommend this for a bunch of reasons. First, I wasn't sure I was going to like the art style for a whole movie's worth, and it really grew on me. So that's a huge plus. The art style of an animated movie is the number one reason I will or won't go see it.
I agree.
The voice cast afterwards, after seeing who all these people are doing voices of characters that I know, big characters. Shinji's a pretty big character, I would imagine. Even though he's like 5'1", but that to me lends a little bit of legitimacy and clout to the project because it's not people we've never heard of.
Right.
It's got a budget. You expect a little more from it, and it pretty much delivers. And I think it was 4.5 minutes into it, I texted you, and I'm like, all right, this might be awesome. And the car races are awesome. They really are fun. The human-looking interactions, that's hit or miss. There's some where it's just a lot of talking and you're trying to figure.
Yeah.
You know how you get that extreme character, but you don't know they're an extreme character until they have their first flip out.
Yeah.
Like JP in the hospital room. Like I didn't know why he was getting so angry about whatever, and it comes around. That always is a little off-putting to me because I'm thrown into something, and this is my main character. Am I supposed to like him? Is he a dick? But he redeems himself in the viewer's eyes, I think.
I agree.
And the designs of the cars, they were all different. They all had these nice different feels that looked like they came from much different civilizations and design ethics and ideas. And that was really nice. And the story, like when it got into the talkie stuff, it was just okay. Let's do a qualifier now. Let's see another race. Do something with a car. But that was only like the first third of it. And then as they introduced Robo World and Machine Head and the other guy and the mobster boss-looking guy that never got out of his chair.
Right.
Then it started to get a little more interesting because you get the intrigue behind the race because there's always something going on behind the fucking scenes.
Always.
So this started off as an A, as far as animated films go, and I think we're at a B plus, low A minus.
Okay.
I really liked it. I had hoped there was a video game made from it because I'd love to drive those cars. I can't find one, but I haven't looked that hard yet. So,
Okay.
but it just doesn't it just seem like an on foot and car race kind of thing, like GTA with an emphasis on car racing.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I could. Yeah.
I'd love that. Pick your weird character and go. So yeah, definitely give this a shot. You might not like the art style, but at least watch through the first race.
Yeah, I enjoyed the art style for the most part, and I am also going to recommend it, which is kind of big come for me, is I'm not a big anime guy, and I have a hard time watching newer stuff. And I know this is still over, almost 15 years old at this point, but to me, that's newer anime because I haven't really watched anything.
Yeah, new to you. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the art style. I like the characters. I liked where they kind of went with it. I liked that there was this I like the overlord who thinks he's doing the right thing, but is actually the most evil one out of everyone. So I love that when they use that trope. Yeah. Music was good. Yeah, it was solid all around. Just not really my thing.
Yeah, the music was really above what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, good thumping techno. It was good stuff. So I will give it a straight B. And that was really just because, I thought it was good, borderline great, but not, amazing. And also not necessarily my thing.
True.
So there you have it. There you have it. That's Redline. That's available to watch on Tubi also. All right, so now we got Joe, right? I think he's finishing? I think he's finishing Insidious this week, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know. I should get some Post-it notes so I can write it down and just put it on the monitor here because I can never remember.
I think I think it's Red Door or whatever, that one.
Well, hello, Bill. Hello, Chris. And hello, OTC Nation. Your boy Joe here, and this movie didn't deserve a witty little thing up top. Still made me watch Insidious. The Red Door. I don't often wish that I could travel back in time to reverse a bad decision. I tend to think that dwelling on that kind of thing only serves to punish your current self, and it's like the psychological equivalent of driving around with your parking brake on. But boys, I wish that I would have saved the whole, I'm actually going to review Predator, Killer of Killers, instead of talking about a bad movie gimmick this week. While there is another Insidious movie supposedly coming out sometime in 2026, as I understand it, it'll be a spin-off thing starring Mandy Moore and Kumail Nanjiani. Right. So presumably this is the last Insidious movie featuring the Lambert family, and the dismount was more awkward than when Sean Young wanted to play Catwoman, more than a boy wants to get laid on prom night, and she just didn't have the game.
Yeah.
Fucking Seinfeld had a more satisfying ending to the series than this Hallmark Channel family drama that wanted to be absolutely anything other than what it was. This movie wished it wasn't a horror movie more than I wish I had all 23 discs in my back. Now, bear with me here, because this movie wasn't as bad as the Clown Murders. However, I got through Clown Murders in one sitting. The Red Door took 3.
Oh.
So maybe it is that bad. Sitting 1 was Wednesday night. I thought I'd get it in early, knock out a bunch of projects over the weekend, yada yada. Well, here I am at 7 a.m. on Sunday writing this, so witness my success. 20 minutes into that on Wednesday, and I said, fuck it. Because the only thing that happens in the first 20 minutes is Patrick Wilson taking his kid to college. Yep. And feeling awkward about it, that he's now basically Milhouse's dad on The Simpsons since his hot wife moved on. Then Thursday night, I knocked out the majority of the film, and as I'm sitting there watching this movie, I'm feeling bad, because at first I'm assuming I'm the problem. I just can't focus on this thing no matter how hard I try. I'm having to go back and rewatch a few parts because I realize whole chunks have gone by and I wasn't even close to paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
I spent the last 5 minutes wondering if my chickens wish they could fly instead of watching the last 5 minutes of this film where I don't miss anything because it was a 5-minute shot of Patrick Wilson looking sad about something or his son taking an art class.
That's not what the movie's supposed to be
about. I'm not exaggerating. Hey, Bill.
Yeah.
You want to take a guess at how long it was in this movie before anything even resembling horror took place in this testament to just because you can doesn't mean you should?
I've seen it.
I'll give you a moment.
I've seen it, and I want to say it's like 45, 50 minutes.
I'm going to say 49 minutes is what I was going to say.
Okay, Chris? You
49.
Take a stab at this?
49 and a half.
Okay, I'm guessing you both answered.
Yep.
49 minutes.
Whoa!
49 minutes.
Wow.
I know nothing funny has happened in this review for probably, the whole thing, but I'm just matching the energy that I got from James Wan and Lee Winnell this week. From you, James and Lee. I learned it from watching you. We don't even get Barbara Hershey and Lynn Shay in this motherfucker because they're both dead. It's like James Wan read all the positive reviews of the prior films and then got all Republican thinking, like, what do you mean I wasn't the sole reason that these movies made millions? I know. I'll take that all away. The good actors, the horror, the Lynn Shay, and they'll see that I, James Wan, deserve to be hoisted on a palanquin, carried by Wes Craven, Alfred Hitchcock, Dario Argento, and Stephen King, for I am the true horror icon.
Yeah, hoisted by his own petard.
Or maybe
is more like
he
it.
just, maybe he didn't really think that that's a, but it's a strong enough hypothesis given this movie. I don't know. This fucking thing. Oh my God. Basically, Josh and Dalton, father and son, Dumb and Dumber, have been hypnotized to forget all the events of the first two movies. Dalton is going to college to major in art, and in delving into himself to bring forth something that he could hang in the MoMA, he reawakens all the bad stuff, proving that not only is art boring, it's dangerous. The red-faced demon, who is only on screen in this whole fucking movie for maybe 5 or 6 minutes, despite being the most interesting character in the film, uses the red door from Dalton's painting to try to collect all the action figures in the Lambert family set. But not really. Because at no point does it feel like anyone's in any danger, except when they do a flashback to the second movie. The better movie. When Josh was possessed by a baddie who actually did something, took some action, felt like they had a goal in mind. It's that bride in black that turned out to be, I don't know, it felt like a coded anti-trans kind of thing. Like they all have mental disabilities or something. Like they were all tortured by their moms. That's what it kind of felt like. I never really said it, but it was there. Josh and Dalton reconcile, but only after like a baker's dozen opportunities to do so under chased by a demon that looks like if Larry Fine from the Three Stooges was unearthed from the ruins of Mount Vesuvius circumstances. And every consequence that ever happened since the first film is just erased, making the entire series of films pointless. They just negated the whole fucking thing. Dalton gets out of his mopey goth phase and becomes a functional person. Josh and Renee start to reconcile, and Elise shows up to do like the Return of the Jedi ghost gimmick, because it's all okay now. Fantastic. Fan-fucking-tastic. Here's the thing, the good. The good is, if Sinister sucks, at least there's only 2 of them. Also, for a movie franchise that started out strong, they dismounted here about as well as that gif of the vault guy who eats shit chest first on the pommel horse. The bad. Did nobody tell James Wan that he could make a sappy, melodramatic movie about a broken family coming back together without making it a part of one of his prior franchises? Apparently not. Insidious, The Red Door, gets a D+. The series overall gets a straight C, based primarily on the strengths of the first 2 films and the first prequel. I'll be back next week with Sinister, which I've heard is good. Fingers crossed. Jesus Christ, this was a slog this week. Until then, be good.
All right. I feel bad. I don't remember it being the Red Door being that bad. I do remember just not liking it though. So there's that. But yeah, I remember Insidious, the first one, is way harder than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And we'll leave it at that. And we'll move on to Scott.
Yeah, that's fair.
Are you ready for some holy shit? Why are you in your kitchen? Are you even listening?
Yeah. It's tomato sauce.
Yeah.
You know, you like this tomato sauce? Oh, bag of chips. You like these bag of chips?
What?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. With Reverend Scott. How is everyone?
Yeah.
Hey there, Bill and Chris. This is Reverend Scott. There's no need to worry anymore about having another movie opinion to impress your friends with, because I'm finally back to give you your opinion today.
He really believes that what he's doing is important.
Here's the thing, though. The movie I watched last weekend with the intention of doing it as a review likely won't make for much of a review. I'll tell you what to think about it, but then I'm moving on quickly to something more interesting. So you ready for that?
Before we're dead, you know?
Yeah. The first movie I saw was your boy Bob Odenkirk back as Hutch, the badass killer that no one knows, in Nobody 2. This time he's with his whole family on vacation. His lovely wife Connie Nielsen, his son and daughter that I don't remember the names of, and even his dad, Christopher Lloyd, and his adopted brother, Rizza, shows up for a while. And the big bad is Sharon Stone, and she's chewing scenery like she's fucking starving.
Great.
The fights are mostly better. The gore is pretty cool. One guy gets his head cut in half with a katana. The comedy is better. The action is mostly better. It's just a bigger, better version of the first movie. It's a solid action movie with a fun premise, and it makes you wish Hutch could join John Wick and Denzel Washington from The Equalizer for a new 3 the Hard Way reboot. I recommend it, and I give it a B.
Yeah, all right, fine.
But there's another movie I saw recently, about the same time I saw Weapons. Weapons was so good that I had to put that other movie on the back burner. But this film needs to be talked about.
I think it was Green Screen Spectacular.
Part 1 or 2.
Oh, I think it's the 7th part.
Actually, I think it was stock footage 108.
You're right. I saw straight to Amazon Prime Video, War of the Worlds. No, not that old one. No, not that other old one, but the 2025 Asterix one. I'll get to that Asterix a little later. This one's starring Eva Longoria and Ice Cube the Great, and brandishing a 2.6 on IMDb, a 2.0 on Google, and a blistering 3% on Rotten Tomatoes. War of the Worlds is obviously great, but just how great is it?
This is your shit right here.
How can I explain this film? Have you ever stared at your own face in the mirror and made a bunch of weird reactions to nothing? Well, imagine if you did that, but you looked like Ice Cube in a sweater and khakis.
Which is obviously sad.
Produced by a Russian guy named Timur something long in Russian. You may not know him exactly, but you know some of his movies, such as Apollo 18. But he's done another more relevant series of films: Unfriended, Unfriended Dark Web, Unfollowed, Searching, Missing. Are you seeing a pattern here?
I fucking get it.
Well, in case you're lying, he's kind of the go-to guy for movies that are basically all shown from a computer screen, and movies where all the stars can film their parts separately, which is great during something like a pandemic, for instance, which is when this movie was made. So when I said Asterix, it's because this 2025 film was made 5 years ago. But I'm sure the budget was a pack of smokes and a used Band-Aid, so it was all worth it.
Yeah, the profit on that is through the roof.
Anyway, back to screen movies. This time, the screen is of a Department of Homeland Security officer's computer named Ice Cube. The man's name is Ice Cube, not the computer's. Anyway, he probably had a movie name, but I don't really care to look it up. I'm just going to call him Richard.
I think is who it is.
Could be.
Are you excited yet? No? Okay, how about we hear the riveting trailer?
Let's try this one.
Okay.
Liberty Mutual.
Liberty Mutual.
Of course.
Customize car insurance to save.
I do have Liberty Mutual car insurance, and I will say they are homeowners insurance too, and they've actually done a good job.
Only pay for what you
Oh, well, that's good.
Wow, that was more riveting than I remembered. So what does Richard do all day? Well, mainly he uses any database, camera, microphone, drone, satellite, or refrigerator camera or smartphone to spy on anyone, anywhere. And he does it with all the grace and ease of someone who shouldn't really be a boomer playing this part.
Okay, boomer.
But anyway, he's trying to help the FBI find some hacker dude named Disruptor. And suddenly, meteors start hitting the planet. How he didn't know about it before everyone else with all the cameras he's watching, I don't know, but it's happening. Eva Longoria is his friend at NASA that likes to FaceTime him, and she says that these aren't normal meteors, and they're actually aliens. Oh my God.
I couldn't believe it.
And even though it's go time for Richard, he's more concerned about trying to FaceTime his son and FaceTime his pregnant daughter and FaceTime her dim-witted Amazon driver fiance while they're trying to escape aliens, which are now big tripod machines that are attacking people inside of stock footage clips on Ice Cube's screen. And what do they want? Apparently our data.
Which doesn't make any sense.
No.
But again, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
No.
The movie kind of plays that up like a spoiler, but I checked the trailer out again and it tells you right in the trailer, so I guess it doesn't. I don't know. I've already seen the movie and I'm really not sure still. Anywho, Richard now is calling and FaceTiming multiple people and chatting and controlling drones and shit, all while this world war with aliens is going on. Aliens that want our data, and all the internet and power still are working fine. So that's cool.
Laughably inept, but also thoroughly enjoyable.
Is it though? So anyway, did I mention Richard's daughter is pregnant? She's all like,
"Save my baby."
Yeah.
Richard!
Yeah.
Richard! Save my baby!
Also,
and she's only like 10 feet away from one of those tripod machine things, so Ice Cube has to tell her to get away from it, because she can't figure that out on her own.
Get away from that! Get out of there!
He has her get inside of the backseat of a Tesla, and he controls it somehow to drive her to the hospital. I'm sure that hospital is not overrun with people during an alien invasion, so she gets a bed immediately.
And I'm like, whatever.
So anyway, Richard is now looking on his screen at more stock footage with tripods added into it with CGI, and they're breaking stuff, and they have these really long tentacle legs.
Nice appendages.
He finds out his son is the hacker Disruptor. Oops, spoiler alert. And his soon-to-be son-in-law works for Amazon Prime, and they decide they need to get Richard a USB drive, and he doesn't have one because he works for Homeland Security, I guess, so you can't have those. And how could they possibly get one to him fast? Oh yeah, Amazon Prime. Did I mention this was on Amazon Prime Video? Anyway, the son-in-law uses his revolutionary Amazon drone thing to fly the USB drive to Ice Cube, I think. I wonder if they told us why he needed it.
I'm not entirely sure, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it's not super clear.
No.
Phil Coulson from the Avengers is there too. He's Richard's boss, but he's evil or something, I guess.
What the fuck's going on?
The government is trying to steal our data, but since this was written 5 years ago, we already know about all that, so who really gives a fuck at this point? I'm sure they could have fixed some of that with reshoots, but that costs money.
You know what? Fuck it. We're leaving it in. It doesn't make any sense, but we're going to leave it in.
Anyway, in a truly genius moment, the movie decides to do what no other Will Smith movie has ever done before and used a virus to defeat the aliens.
I like it.
Oh,
it's
shit.
stupid.
I'm still wondering why they sat on this movie for
right.
5 years. It's not like it's fine wine. It's not going to improve with age, guys. This fucker aged like fine milk.
And you get it, and it looks like shit.
But how did it look technically?
Now let's be fair. The lighting was pretty good.
Decent.
Everything was
Decent.
in focus, which is not hard to fuck up, I guess.
Yep.
Staring at Ice Cube reaction shots and everyone FaceTiming through an alien invasion is so bad that it's borderline fun.
It's one of those things where it's like, oh, I see what they did. I don't care that it looks bad. It's awesome.
This was bad in 2025. It still would have been bad in 2020. But after the 67th time they do a crash zoom in on some computer screen text, it kind of starts to become endearing.
What is going on? Can you tell me what is happening here, please?
They're just along for the ride.
Right.
If you hate yourself but you love Amazon, I recommend you see War of the Worlds 2025 asterisks. And so does Bill.
Bill Fulkerson's stamp of approval right there.
I give it a D+.
Ooh, very good.
So odd that a movie with 3% on Rotten Tomatoes wouldn't do so well on my segment.
It's so strange. It's so strange.
Too bad the War of the Worlds didn't fare as well as your movies from last week. Both Empire of the Dark and Runaway Nightmare sounded like true bangers.
Hey there, lawman, you son of a bitch.
Guy, come on.
Classic reviews that both deserve A's. Plus, my review of Weapons got an A also. What a legendary show. But I'm sure this one was better, right? Who knows? Who cares? So until the next time Amazon Ice Cube saves us from an alien data invasion, peace and love, guys. Outside the cinema.
So we are giving you the content that you want. Just not what you asked for.
All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us this week. Make sure you check out Chris's site, spectopiaarts.com. You can follow us at Cthulhu, at OTC Bill. We do have a Facebook group. I got to go to the bathroom and I'm tired. So
yeah, me too.
We'll be back next week.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.